strong. They are determined to continue pushing for transparency and accountability from the administration. Bentura Kwamboka reports.
In a now seemingly fizzling out anti-government protest that was intended to hold the government into account on its incompetence, corruption and wastage of resources, the youths have vowed to continue with the push against President William Ruto's administration.
We've given too much audience to protesters out here who are pushing for reform, while in the first place we should have been pushing for a reform, a regime change.
The Nane Nane protest, despite not achieving its goal of marching to State House, has made an impact by sending a message of dissatisfaction with the current government.
And it hasn't backfired because I've been here since early in the morning and the roads were empty. A lot of businesses have closed. The fact that that happened is a sign that even if they did not allow us to gather and protest and express our rage the way we wanted to, that's a sign that the protests happened.
Initially, there was an announcement by some youth groups that this will be the last demonstrations. However, following a lower than expected turnout, they have since reversed this stance, stating that the protest will continue until the government is held accountable for its actions.
There as much as tomorrow Kesha too, but this is the beginning of a revolution. It doesn't have to be initially at we achieve something at one go. We need to take steps. I feel as Kenyan youths, we should go back to the drawing board and re-strategize.
The fact that we haven't been allowed to gather in the numbers that we intended to, I think people will still try to continue until we get to the point where we feel that we have been heard.
The Nane Nane protest comes in the backdrop of the Ruto-Raila deal, which many believe was intended to calm the unrest. A strategy that now seems to have worked, as political leaders are now encouraging the youths to give the new administration time to implement changes following the formation of a broad-based government.
Let us also give His Excellency the President time to work. He was elected for 5 years. If you do not like him, please strategize how you will remove him through the constitutional means in 2027. Beat him at the ballot. That is what I also wanted to say. The CSS to do their work, members of parliament to do their work, the president to be given time to do his work. If he fails, we go that route constitutionally. Because if we go the anarchy way, you have seen Khartoum, you've seen Somalia. Even as an opposition member of parliament, I wouldn't want us to go that way.
The protests have been ongoing since June and have affected business operations in major towns across the country. Bentura Kwamboka, K24, Nairobi.
Now, Treasury Cabinet Secretary, that is John Mbadi, today reported to the National Treasury shortly after he was sworn in at State House, Nairobi. Now, during his exit speech in Parliament yesterday, Mbadi detailed the strategies he planned to implement to strengthen the country's economy, which is one of the grievances fueling the current protest in the country. Muriel Adhiambo highlights some of the issues Mbadi will have to address as he takes the reins at the Ministry of Finance.
Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi was received at the National Treasury by Principal Secretary Chris Kiptoo and other officials shortly after he took his oath of office at State House in Nairobi today.
I, John Mbadi Ngongo, being appointed a Cabinet Secretary of Kenya.
The former ODM chairman is one of the opposition politicians who opposed the tax increases under the rejected 2024 Finance Bill and the annulled 2023 Finance Act.
I propose to salvage these proposals.
But during his exit speech in Parliament yesterday, Mbadi announced that he would salvage some of the non-contentious clauses of the bill, which he claims are beneficial to the country.
Additionally, the bill was that was also amended by the House Committee, or proposed for amendment, to extend the tax amnesty program as was contained in Section 37E of the Tax Procedures Act for a further 1 year. This is a quick win for both the taxpayer and the government. The Committee on Finance and National Planning had proposed amendments to make ETIMs workable for small-scale farmers and businesses. We have opportunity to leverage on this good idea.
For several years now, Kenya's economy has been plagued by excessive debt, missed revenue targets, and a rising cost of living. Mbadi has recommended reforms within the Kenya Revenue Authority and its revenue collection systems to reduce leakages.
There should be a distinction between the role of the chairperson of the board as a whole, and the Commissioner General as the CEO and the management officers of KRA.
The CS has also recommended the publication of a debt register every year to ensure transparency and a restructuring of the country's debt payments. He has also proposed measures to strengthen the business environment to widen the tax base.
We must protect the goose that lays the golden egg as we find other geese to lay more eggs. Honorable Speaker, I am also aware that there have been concerns relating to the difficulty of doing business in this country. I intend to work with the Planning Department and other government departments and all the relevant stakeholders to review data and legislation with a view to enhancing the ease of doing business in Kenya.
Mbadi is now faced with the urgent task of increasing Kenya's revenue without increasing the tax burden to allow the country to meet its debt obligations and spur development.
I am convinced that if we manage our debt and the application of Article 223 of the Constitution, we will have better balanced budgets. We may not need to overtax because we will have reduced the expenditure side of the budget, and this article will not be misused during my tenure at the National Treasury.
Muriel Adhiambo, K24 TV, Nairobi.
All right, so let's get to matters business. Now, the long-awaited Dundo Bypass, also known as the Mombasa Southern Bypass, has officially opened to small vehicle traffic. Now, this pivotal project connects Mombasa mainland to the south coast, bypassing the need for ferry services and promising to reduce travel time and ease congestion significantly. Frederick Kai reports from the Mombasa County.
Dundo Bypass, which connects Mombasa and Kwale County, is open to the public and motorists after the completion of Muteza Bridge, while the road is currently open to small vehicles. As the contractor finishes the remaining work, motorists are already experiencing the benefits. Drivers who were able to use the road today were happy to avoid the long wait at the ferry crossing channel, which has been a nightmare for many.
Kidogo nashukuru kwa sababu ya njia. Feri imetutesa sana. Kwa kidogo pale ukikaa kama saa matatu mawili, kidogo wageni unaona mgeni anakuwa anasema pengine diani mimi sitakuja tena. But kwa saa hii kuna nafuu.
Mimi nimeshukuru sana kwa hii barabara kufunguliwa. Kwa sababu natoka Kongoya, tukija hapa feri tunahangaika sana, tunapata jamu kubwa sana. Lakini leo nimezunguka na hapa Potrizi. Nimesikia hata hapa nimevuka dakika 10 tu.
Ferry ina issue. Sometimes unaweza kaa hapo 2 to 3 hours wakati wa rushes mwanzo wakati wa festival season inakuwa balaa.
Drivers expressed their delight at avoiding the long wait at the Likoni ferry crossing, which has also been a source of frustration. The bypass provides a faster and more reliable route.
Kwenda airport nimeenda na 1 hour. Na kabla hajafunguliwa tulikuwa tunakaa 3 hours. So mimi nashukuru. Kwangu nafuu, yani mimi nashukuru kabisa.
Saa mawili hata zaidi. Kwa hivyo tunashukuru sana kwa haya tuliotendewa. Ndio.
Kama mimi naenda saidi ya Marekani to Nairobi, I think itakuwa nafuu kwetu. But wale wakaaji wa town center, itakuwa ni mzunguko. Yeah.
The opening of the bypass has also been welcomed by the local youth from the checkpoint area. They believe the bypass will bring positive changes to their community, offering new opportunities for economic growth.
Naona biashara zaendelea vizuri, hata pale naona kuna milango ya duka ya perform fresh. Sasa ni improvement kwetu pia, nitasikia raha kama wakazi wa huku maeneo yamebadilika.
Kufunguliwa kwa bypass nimekuwa kama njia moja ya kupata neema kubwa ambayo hatujawahi kuishuhudia katika ile eneo letu. Sababu barabara itakuwa inasaidia usafiri wa kutoka na kuingia, ima kusafirisha mizigo, ama vile pia sisi kupata nafasi ya kutoka kwenda kuona upande wa pili wenzetu kule wamejimarisha vipi kimaisha, tunapata mbinu bora za kuishi kama tutatoka tukienda tukiona. Vile pia wageni wakiingia watatupatia njia nzuri ambazo tutakuwa tunazitafuta, labda kulingana vile tutakuwa tunatangamana nao, basi tutakuwa tunapata njia ya kujimarisha pia vile kujiboresha ili kwa pamoja tunaweza kuishi maisha mazuri.
However, the youth want the government to help them with tools in order to earn a living from the development.
Tunataka vitu kama mikokoteni hivi, tupate ma reflector gumboots, tufungue na barabara vizuri tu tunaifanyia usafi, na hususan usiku tuweke security hapa mzuri kwa sababu ndio ndio kama njia moja kubwa ya kwenda Nairobi.
Tunaomba kama serikali na waheshimiwa wale wako Likoni ama Kwale County watuletee hizo facilities za security. Siku tuko tayari kusimamia security hapa.
Frederick, K24, Mombasa.
Now, in Kakamega, business activities came to a halt as excitement filled the air with the presentation of a 1 million shilling check to Justice Okello, the latest winner of the Coca-Cola promotional game Kaching na Coke. Now, Okello, who had been trying his luck without success, shared his plans to use the winnings to further his education and support his community. Now, Lauren Kipto, who is Coca-Cola's regional manager for Kakamega, noted that many residents have been winning smaller prizes through the promotion and encouraged even more participation.
I've been playing Kaching na Coke for some time now. Hii advert nilisikia kutoka kwa posta ya duka about Kaching na hapo ndo nikaanza kuicheza. I've played it for more than 40 times. I have over 40 entries. Hizo entries nimekuwa nikizifanya anywhere I go and anywhere I take a bottle of Coca-Cola. So sijakunywa soda kubwa peke yake. I've been taking all sizes, 200 ml, 350 ml na 500 ml. Na pia sijakunywa Coca-Cola pekee, the brand Coca-Cola. Nimekunywa Fanta Blackcurrant, nimekunywa Crest na nimekunywa Fanta Orange. Hizo ndio soda nimekuwa nikikunywa ndio kuna nikiparticipate to this competition.
Apart from the 1 million this guy has won, we have several awards someone can win. A customer could win 100 shillings M-Pesa sent to his M-Pesa directly. We have 200. We have 10,000 shillings. So the main prize being 1 million, and a millionaire being announced weekly. Every week on Monday we have a millionaire. So I'm happy this round. My sales district, a winner came from my sales district. It's really grateful to me because number one, it will drive believability. Customers will believe this thing is real, and we've given the check on the ground where the customer has won it.
All right, I do want to take a short break here on the program, but I also just want to bring you up to speed with what is happening as far as businessman Jimmy Wanjigi is concerned. Now, this is the thing. Police have already made their way into his home, and they've been camping outside his residence from late afternoon today, and that is around 4:20 when he took to the social platforms to share videos of heavy police presence outside his residence. When we come back, we'll be joining our reporter who is there at the moment to bring us up to speed with what is happening there, and I'm talking about Martin Opio. So don't go too far. We are coming back with that and much more.